welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be so exciting. I am doing a weekend reading vlog for the Catathon Readathon. I am co-hosting with Sarah from Sarah's Reading Nook. She is the host of it, and then the co-hosts are me and Abigail from Abigail's Cup of Tea and Melanie from That Girl Blog on Instagram. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to be reading. If you haven't been catching up with what I've been doing, I've talked about this on my Instagram. I've talked about it in my video all about what this whole readathon is, like how we're going about the readathon and everything. But I am rereading The Gilded Girl because the prompts for the readathon are to read a book with a cat on the cover, which there is a little black cat on the cover of this, and to read a book with a cat that reminds you of your cat. And so I'm actually going to be reading Coraline for that one, because if you know Pocus, she kind of reminds me of that cat. I don't know the name of the cat, but she reminds me of the cat from Coraline, but also obviously she reminds me of Binks from Hocus Pocus, which is, you know, like her name is Pocus. However, I want to save that. I actually want to read that book, but I want to save it for the fall time. So that is why I didn't pick that book, but I did pick Coraline because it's one of my favorites. And I've never read the book, but I've always watched the movie. So those are going to be the two books. I'm reading the Coraline as an ebook on my phone or iPad or whatever I want to read it on, and then reading this one as a physical copy. But I'm also happy about being able to read this one for this readathon because the second one just came out a couple of weeks ago, and I got it in the mail the day that it came out. But I haven't read it yet because I was saving this book to reread so that I could read it afterwards. So that's what my last couple of books for April are gonna be. And right now I'm actually about to do the first activity prompt for the readathon, which is to make a Catterday cappuccino, which is basically just like what I make every single day pretty much, because the recipe is just coffee, milk or creamer, and whatever topping you want on top of it. Like you could do like cinnamon or cocoa powder or whatever you want to put on top of your coffee. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to make that. Okay, so you gotta show yourself. Also, this is the star of the show. You can't even see her. There she is. Say hello. Okay. About what this book is about and all that stuff, but it basically, I did not know this, but Abigail in her video actually brought this up, or talked about this book as well as a option for this readathon, and I did not know that it was actually a retelling of The Little Princess. And I actually read a book that also Melanie is reading in the readathon, that's Book Wanderers, Pages & Co. I've talked about it in my March wrap-up. I read the first 3 of them, and I actually just ordered the 4th one, but I know the 5th one is coming out in November, but I ordered that to read later. I was going to read it next month, but I have another idea for next month's reading, and it's like very different and something that I haven't ever heard of, and I kind of made it up myself last night. So I'm excited to share what I'm going to be reading for May in the next week. But I did not know that it was a retelling of The Little Princess because I've never read that book before. However, in Book Wanderers, that is a major like plot line in the Book Wanderers series, and reading about that book in that book, and then remembering how this book was, I'm like, that makes so much sense. Like, it actually is that type of like storyline. So it actually is very interesting how I did not realize that until now. Anyway, so yeah. So I'm gonna get to reading. I also need to make some breakfast because all I've made is my coffee so far. And and obviously everybody knows what Coraline is. It's that movie that the girl, the button eyes, everything like that. So I don't have to explain that. But yes, this book, basically, if you've never read The Little Princess, a girl and her father go to this like school, and she like gets dropped off to the school. But I don't know if in The Little Princess it has magical realms to it or not. But this book does, and it's like a school for kids that have this magic ability, and they can get it at like a certain age, and then when they but they have to like do this whole like ceremony thing at the end of their like semester there, to see if they will actually have their magic or not. And it's actually really, really good. And then basically the other girl is actually like a housekeeper, but like not like an awful housekeeper. Like it's not a good situation for her, and she's trying to get out of the situation. And the other girl, when she goes and she learns about the whole school and stuff, she realizes that it's not what she thought it was going to be, and her and this girl become really good friends. At first they don't like each other. It's an enemies to like friendship thing where they didn't really like each other at first, and then when they have to like stay in a room together, they have to like share a room together as roommates and stuff. They realize that actually they need to help each other and get everybody out of this house and out of this awful school and place and stuff. And there's like so much crazy stuff that happens, and I feel like my like brain when I read this book, it's so weird. Like whenever I read, and I'm sure many people do this too, but I like can so picture myself in that world, and like what the house looks like, and what the school is like a house, but it's like so like whimsical and crazy. Like basically the house can switch throughout the night. Like the living room could be on the left side of the house, and then the next morning it'll be on the right side of the house. And so like it's like weird how I can like see and picture what I think the house looks like. And I don't know, it's really cool. But anyways, I'm talking way too much about this, and I still have so much to film. So I am going to go read for a little bit, and then I will update you on my reading and tell you a little bit more about my thoughts. Also, I've already read this book and I know about Coraline, but I still want to like talk about my thoughts because it's been I think it's been over a year, almost a year since I've read this book. So I remember most of it, but some stuff I don't really remember. So I'm excited to reread this. But anyways, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, hello everyone. So I wanted to give an update of my day. Basically, I made this like Greek dish from Trader Joe's for lunch, and then I just watched a few YouTube videos. I watched It's Our Life's vlog, and then Rosanna Pansino had a video with her sister, so I watched that. And then I also finished reading this book. How much I wanted to read of this book before we were doing reading sprints in like literally an hour as reading sprints. Also, I'm so sorry that I'm kind of backlit right now, but I wanted to sit in a different angle than in my kitchen. Pocus is like right here asleep. I will show you in just a minute. But I'm on chapter, let's see, I've read to chapter 12. So I am about to start chapter 12 during reading sprints. But the other book is Coraline, and I'm at the part where she is, I'm going to read the second half of the halfway point of the book during reading sprints, and I'm at the part where she just went to and found out about like the little door and like the other mother and other people, and she like just now realized what was going on in the little doorway, if that makes sense. So if you've like ever watched the movie, you would know what I'm talking about. But that's the part that I'm at right now, and then I don't know what part I'm going to be at because I've actually noticed a few differences. I never knew, because they don't mention it in the movie, that I don't remember of this, but I don't remember them ever mentioning this, but the room that the little door is in the movie is actually called their drawing room, and all the furniture that's in it is actually gifted to them from her grandma that passed away or something like that. And it doesn't ever mention that in the in the movie. So I thought that was really interesting. And then there's like a couple of other things that I've noticed between the book and the movie. But anyway, so that's what I have so far going on, and I'm about to, in like literally an hour, do reading sprints, finish up my reading for the day, and then probably just watch TV for the rest of the night until I have to read tomorrow. Yeah, so that's basically what we're doing right now. I will show you Pocus right now. Hold on. This is what Pokeball looks like. I call her Pocolini sometimes because she's a little Pocolini. Are you gonna wake up, Pocus? Oh, she can get mad at me. Oh, and we got a cute little stretch. She like never lets me pet her belly. So like whenever she's in this mood of tiredness, I actually like being able to pet her like this because she never ever lets me do this. Okay, update. It has been a bunch of hours since I have updated you guys on my reading, and I meant to film the reading sprints, and I did not pick my camera up and film us doing reading sprints because it just all happened super fast, and I cannot believe that. I feel like that's like the quickest reading sprints I've ever done, and it was like crazy how quick it went by. But we had a great time. It was great to talk and chat with everybody and talk about our weird quirky cats that we have. But I wanted to update you on my reading today. I finished half of each book like I wanted to. This is basically where I'm at on this book right now. Exactly like about halfway through the book. I have really enjoyed rereading this book, and it actually didn't take me long at all to get through the first little bit of what I was wanting to read today of this book before the reading sprints. And because like the typing of the pages is like not that bad at all. Like I can get through these chapters super quickly. So I'm currently about to start chapter 17. I'm on page 170 or 171. Pocus. And then I'm on almost, I think I'm on page like 57 or 58 of Coraline. And I have a lot to say about that book because there is so many differences from the movie compared to the book. And the book is really short. It's only like 140 pages or something like that. It's really short. But I thought I was stepping on Piper. But the book does not mention that. If you've seen the movie, you would know who I'm talking about. Come here. Say hello. Okay. I don't know if the camera caught that, but she went. The little kid that she like is friends with, I think his name is like Wyborn or something. But he is not even at all in the book. And then also, I feel like the book is going by so fast. Like I'm reading it and I feel like the movie, like some of the stuff that's happening in the book already doesn't even happen until like way towards the end of the movie. And it like skips like so, it like zooms right through the whole book or the movie, and so it's very interesting. But then there's a lot of similarities. I also just recently watched, it was some sort of interview that Dakota Fanning did, and actually, fun fact, I had the same birthday as Dakota Fanning, almost exactly the same, but we're a year apart from each other. But she's who played Coraline, and I found out in her interview when she was talking about like all the outfits that she wore as her like different characters that she's been since she was like little and stuff, that it actually took them like multiple years to create Coraline as a movie, which makes sense if you think about how they made the movie. It was all like claymation and like what are they called, stop motion type things, where they had to like move the characters like in every millisecond and then film it every single time that they would move and stuff. So that's why it took them so long to make the movie. But and then she like talks about how like she basically was filming the movie when she was like 7 or 8, and then was like 14 by the time that she finished the movie or something. And it was so interesting. I never even knew that or anything like that, so that was very interesting to learn. And I'm trying to think of what else that has happened. Oh, I don't know if I've mentioned this yet. I don't think I have, but I am actually about to go get Taco Bell for dinner. I have not had a Crunchwrap Supreme in a very long time, so I think I'm gonna get one of those. I feel like I did get one of those recently in another vlog, but it actually has been a couple of weeks since I've been there. And I also did go outside, and I never really sit outside in my sunroom for a little bit of reading outside. And a bee flew into, I opened the windows, and I do have like screens that I can close, but some of them are messed up, so I need to like get them like fixed and stuff. But I opened all the doors, and a bee flew in and ruined the last little bit of time that I had with one of the chapters that I was reading. So I had to run inside my house before I got done. So anyways, yeah, so that's all. I will talk to y'all tomorrow when I start a new day of... Hello, good afternoon. This is a weird angle, but I am in my sunroom outside. And I hope that none of my neighbors can hear me because I don't ever film outside like this. But I'm about to throw the Frisbee for Piper, and I wanted to show you that. But before that, I wanted to update you on what's happening today, because it's literally the afternoon, and I'm literally like 2 hours away from doing reading sprints, our final ones. And I have gotten almost all the way finished with this book. I actually have finished the Coraline book this morning. I finished that, and then I literally have not had time to watch any YouTube videos or anything like that. Like I know that Liv from Liv's Library uploaded a book haul, and I've been patiently waiting to watch it. I just have not had time because I ended up having a random spa day with my dog, and like my parents came over, and my dad had ordered for their dog a grooming kit, like a full grooming kit, and so we used it on my dog today, and she looks so much better because I've had a struggle. It has been a struggle to find a groomer that can help me keep her haircuts up to date and stuff, so we're starting to do that all by ourselves. And then I finished my other book, and the way that Coraline ended in the book was a little bit different. It was very similar to how it was in the movie, but very, very, like a little bit different. Like they tweaked a few things in the book. And then I'm trying to think of what else. But yeah, so let me go show you Piper, her new little cute haircut, and make sure to hype her up in the comments if you like her haircut. For the camera, smiles, smiles. Okay, this is what Piper's haircut looks like. She's waiting for the Frisbee to be thrown. But, are you going to smile for everybody? She knows how to smile. It's so cute. It is now about 9:30 p.m. and I've been watching TV, eating dinner. I went and got sushi, and I just didn't pick the camera up, but I finished reading The Gilded Girl, and I loved every minute of it. And for Coraline, I ended up giving it a 4 stars. Also, sorry if you can hear my fan going. It's nighttime now, so I need to turn on the actual light, and the fan goes up with it or whatever. But anyways, the Coraline book that I read, that one I gave 4 stars out of 5. I think I liked the movie storyline a little bit better. I didn't really like that it didn't include her friend, and like the storyline of how his grandma knew about the like other world and stuff. I really liked that storyline better than them just leaving them out of the storyline. So I gave it a 4 stars, and then this book I gave a 5 star because it is so good. It is so just like whimsical, magical, like there's a lot of magical elements to it. But yes, I did give this one a 5 stars, and I'm excited to see how the second one plays out and stuff. Like the second one, you need to read the first one before because it still has the same characters. So I don't want to like give away the character names because it is a spoiler that like you find out about this character that's the main character of the second one. In this book, like it's not one of the girls that's shown here, but she's a somewhat big part in the storyline. I don't want to give anything away, but also this little cat right here, his name is Figgy, and he is a house dragon, and there's like a magical element to him. I think that is gonna end my reading vlog for this Catathon Readathon weekend, and I just want to give a big thank you to Sarah from Sarah's Reading Nook for including me in this, and also to the other co-hosts, Abigail from Abigail's Cup of Tea and Melanie from That Girl Blog. I had so much fun with this readathon, and I loved reading and getting to make new friends and seeing everybody's wonderful posts with their cats and their coffees and snacks and things, and all their books with their cats on the cover. And I just really enjoyed this. It was so much fun getting to experience the hosting side of co-hosting side of a readathon, because I've always just like chatted with everybody in the chat rooms, and I've never been a host or co-host of anything of a readathon before. So it was a really great one to start off my hopefully more readathons that I get to co-host or host this year. And maybe sometime this year I may host my own. I don't know. I'm trying to think of how I would go about that and stuff. So yes, so if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know down below your thoughts on the books that you read this weekend, even if they aren't part of the readathon. But if you did pick up a book this weekend and wanted to let me know what book you're reading and what you thought about it, how many stars you gave it, if you finished it. And make sure to follow me on Instagram. It's all linked down below. I also have all of the other hosts of the readathon down below. And yeah, so I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!